3, 2, 1. Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Senjutsu Gaming here. I'm giving you another deck profile. This time it's Tri-Brigades. Yes, the annoying splashable deck that you've been having to deal with at locals for over a year. And it's back! This version is going to be more of a combo variant. It's very much different than the mid-range version, which uses Mercurier and Albion the Shrouded Dragon. This version uses the Lyrilisks as a way to start your plays and as a way to kind of extend past hand traps. They use Warbler as a very, very good effect veiler and imperm target. So once you get stopped at that point, you can still go into your Ferrigite combo and go on from there. So if you'd like to see other versions of Tri-Brigade, such as For Hire, Harpy Lady, Blackwing, Branded, Lunalight, Gladiator Beasts, please comment down below and message me at Twitter. The links will be down below. Now don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the little notification bell to be up to date on all of the new content. Now without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. So, the main deck consists of 26 monsters. We're going to be running our standard 3 Fractal, 2 or 3 Nerval, 2 Kit, and 2 Chalice. This is typically what the main Tri-Brigade engine is going to look like. If you're doing more of a mid-range deck, you're probably going to up the kits to 3, just so you see them more. See at least a tri name more. You're going to run a Mercurier as your backup and the Albion to basically get an upstart goblin every turn. Now, all these effects, if you don't know what they do, I'm glad to read them. They all have the same effect where you banish material in the graveyard and special summon a link monster with a link rating that you remove from play. Fractal, if it's in your hand, you can pitch it to the graveyard, send a Winged Beast, Beast Warrior, or which can include your Tri-Brigade monsters, to the graveyard. Typically, that's going to be followed up with you sending Kit. Kit's going to allow you to send any of your Tri-Brigade cards to the grave. That could be traps, spells, or monsters. That's going to be followed with a Nerval, which allows you to add a Tri-Brigade monster to your hand. Now, if you already have Chalice in your hand, you're not going to really worry about adding him because you're just going to add Fractal for follow-up. The next form of cards, Lord have mercy, that is very loud. Anyway, for the Lyrilis package, we're going to be running 3 Lyrilis Turquoise Warbler, 2 Cobalt Sparrow, 1 Sapphire, and 1 Beryl Canary. Beryl Canary is the only one I can see about cutting because you don't really need it other than using it for Zeus, and to be honest, it's kind of a brick if you don't have any of your Lyrilis going on. The Lyrilis package is very good for starting plays, especially because your Warbler is essentially a Cyber Dragon of the deck. If you control no monsters, special summon it, or it could be you can consider it a Alpha King of the Beasts. To be honest, if I were to run any other version, say the mid-range version, I would still run 3 Warbler on the chance that you're going to special summon it as a Cyber Dragon-esque monster. So that way, if you have, say, Warbler and Fractal, for instance, or even better yet, Warbler and Nerval, here you're able to special summon, and this effect on summon you can, so it is not a mandatory effect. If this was a mandatory effect, it would be great. So Warbler would essentially special summon itself. you can normal summon the Nerval, and then you can take these two and go into Farigite. Nerval is going to add your Fractal. Use Farigite to special summon the Fractal. Get rid of these two. Go into Bearbrum, and now you have at least an Apollousa. Now for the spice, the spicy spice. Put all this over here, sorry. Now for the spice, you're going to be running 2 Rescue Cats. Rescue Cat is a great card. I loved it. Love it. Still loved it. All of the love. This card is probably one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards, especially during the old days of X-Sabers. And before that, using it with, I can't remember the name of the card. There was a level 3 beast that, I should have probably done my research. But anyway, you'd summon 2 of these and then, you know. So the cool thing with this is if you start it, it's a great starter. But in the middle of the combo, you actually search it out and you can use it to go into Herald. So if you already have Chalice in your hand, which you would have searched, or the Cerberus, you can actually search Cat out with your first Surreg. So this can be your follow-up, or this could be extension into your plays, especially if you didn't get stopped, didn't get ashed or interrupted. So your last weird card is going to be Cerberus. This card is discarded by any means. You special summon it. Level 2 tuner. Bring it off of Cat or search it out. Discard it with Chalice to bring it out. Your hand traps are going to be running 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Effect Veiler, 1 DD Crow. Now the reason Veiler's at 2, you're playing cross-out Detonators. If you don't want to play cross-out Detonators, you are more than welcome to playing other going second cards, such as Dark Ruler No More, or possibly Back Row Hate, like Cyclones or Twin Twisters. And also, Twin Twister will activate Cerberus effect. DD Crow is really great. An interaction that happened over the weekend when I was playing with one of my friends was I activated Veiler. They DD Crow'd the Veiler, so the Veiler actually didn't resolve, which is actually really funny. It's a very old ruling. I think it's from like the early days, Star Trek Blast, or whenever this came out. So your spells are going to be 11 spells. 2 tankies, you're going to search out your Fractal. Mixed rarities, I'm sorry. 3 Bird Call. This is your Rhoda for your birds. And like I said, if you wanted to run just the Warblers, you could run 3 Warblers and 3 Bird Call. This will search out your Warbler, you're going to special summon it anyway. It's a really good tactic to go into. And you don't have to worry about running bricks. Now, Forbidden Chalice, you can run at 2. I like it at 2. This card, if you want it to be triple tactics or droplet, you can. You'll be running the 1 Called by the Grave, and then your 3 cross-out Detonators. Now, just like your Forbidden Chalice, this card right here can be also triple tactics talent or droplets. I was able to afford it. I pulled one, got one from a friend, and bought the other one. So I was a little lucky with mine. Now these do help the deck basically resolve their main combo. Along with the Called By, you have about a 35 to 40% chance of opening one of these in your opening hand if you shuffle properly. You have 2 Infinite Impermanents as your other hand trap. The reason we're running these at 2 and the Veilers at 2 is because those are the second most prominent cards in the meta, especially in my area, my locals. So running them at 2, you have the chance of drawing 1, and you're able to have a cross-out target in deck in case they imperm or Veiler you. The reason we run Ash at 3 is because it is the most prevalent hand trap to get. Most people have it. If not, they should. It hits every deck. Seldomly does it hit none. So it's a very good card, very strong card to have. That's why we're running 3. And now the 1 Revolt. Now if you're running the branded or the mid-range version, which is going to run more of a less of a combo variant and more able to recur resources more, you're going to be running this at 2 or 3 with more omens. Now for our extra deck, we have our Link 1s, Almirage, Ferrigit, it's going to be at 2, Bearbrum's going to be at 1, you have your DDL, 2 omens, oh, that's not an omen, there he is, Omen's an amazing card, I love it. You have Rugal. Now Rugal, you can run Rugal, or you can run Hairbringer, Hervicher, the bird that banishes stuff from the graveyard. That's another really good option. It's a Link 3. The next card, access code. If you can't afford access code, use Boral End. I think it's Boral End Dragon. No, not Boral End. Boral Load. Yeah, I think it's Boral Load Dragon. The other Link 4 that uses 3+ monsters. You switch to defense, another monster you control, and it attacks again. I think it attacks for 6k. It's a couple bucks. This is like 50 or something like that at the recording of this video. So the next card is going to be Apowusa. Apowusa is a great card. You can easily get a 2 to 3 counter Apowusa in this. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry everybody, but your eardrums are bleeding. That was almost a perfect video. Ugh. Your next card is going to be your Assembled Nightingale, your Recital Starling, Downward Magician, AA Zeus, and your Herald. This, if you are not running the Lyrillus package, you can run the Zodiac package. They're all 1-card Zeuses. You would need Borbo and Chakanine in there. Some of the extra deck options you can use would be Utopic Draco Future, Zodiac, the Scareclaw, Link 3, which is pretty cool. If you get a chance, watch the Cali Effect. He just released a video of him doing a duel with Tri-Brigades, and he was running it and running pretty good. I think most decks can't really do anything against it because it negates, I believe it negates effects of face-up defense, or the Link monster is unaffected by face-up defense monsters, and it forces all monsters on the field to go to defense other than I believe Scareclaws. If you can't afford the Utopic Draco Future or the Zeus package, you can always turn to the branded version. This version of the deck is great for mid-range and only really requires you to purchase 3 Albaz structure decks with a few extra cards, such as Branded Opening. I know that's a little bit of an expensive card, however, it can be very useful because you can pitch your kit or Nerval with branded opening. So if branded opening does get negated, you still get the add from your Nerval or kit. If it does go through, your Eluber gets on the field, and then you can do your shenanigans with Mirror Jade. Now, another route you can take is to run the Rescue Cat variant with Cyframe Gear Gamma and 2 other copies of Revolt and Omen. Gamma is an excellent card going first and second and will allow you to bait Ash like no tomorrow. You're bound to see it, too. This also allows you access to have Omega in your extra deck, which is very cheap at the moment, and allows you to banish a random card from your opponent's hand for the rest of the turn. This could very well hit a potential hand trap or key combo piece if it's on their turn, essentially making your opponent -2 in card economy. You can run Alpha the Master of Beasts in there to bounce Omen back to the extra deck, allowing you to not only non-target remove 2 monsters on your opponent's side of the field, but also allow you to possibly special summon Alpha again and punching over the last monster on the field. It also allows you to go into Omen again if you have another Revolt set for follow-up. Running this version is a lot of fun, however, it does come with a lot of flaws. For one, it's very susceptible to Nibiru and interruptions that are not countered by your crossouts and called by the Graves, at least in Game 1. In Game 2, you can obviously side in those cards. Now, you will also run out of resources very quickly in this deck. It cannot survive past turn 3. Unless it's piloted by a very, very good Yu-Gi-Oh player, it will not survive. So that just about wraps up today's video. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves and see you next time. If any of you have deck list ideas you would like to see next, such as sharks or dinosaurs, please comment down below. Bye!